Oh,
I'm
my
back.
mom and brother brought me a peanut butter shake.
Sounds delicious.
It was tasty.
It says I'm streaming, but I'm not streaming.
You're streaming.
Yay. Do. All right. Andy, can you do me a favor and post on the Facebook? Just let them know. Let it be known. Okay, so someone said they were getting up and doing something. I forgot who that was already. But if I have Kristen, I will, since you're probably one of the older characters here. Actually, you are the oldest character here. You have been in town working alongside a dwarf named Varn as a guard, effectively. It looks like there's a large amount of festivities here, and you're making a decent amount of pay doing this guard work, not having much else to do. And this festival seems exciting. So on your nights off, you spend a bit of time kind of just going around enjoying the scene. This specific night, the 14th of Adar, the day before or the night before the shackling, you found yourself in the Oldwell Marketplace area of Hilton, which seems to be filled with a bustling group of just lots and lots of people around the marketplace, shopping for wares, the most commonly purchased items being alcoholic beverages sold by side vendors and strange iron collars that are being sold by all different types of merchants, and they seem to be holding all different status of competently made. Some look like they're very horrid, like would probably cause you some damage by putting them on because they're so poorly put together. Some look like they have been fashioned so perfectly the circles of the shackle are just flawless. It's all varying degrees of competency in that regard. So imagine yourself in a marketplace and tell me if there's anything in particular that you specifically are kind of looking to do.
That I'm looking to do specifically in the marketplace?
Yeah, it's a marketplace, but it's been kind of turned into like a party area.
I will observe and casually walk throughout the crowd.
Okay. Several individuals kind of walk over to you and just kind of crudely say, "Hey, anybody shackled you up yet? Time's getting short."
Talith responds violently.
Do you just deck him, push him away? How do you mean violent? Or blade? Okay. You sock him in the jaw. Go ahead and make just a strength check. Yeah, he kind of sees the fist coming, and in slow motion, his face gets hit, and you can just see the flesh kind of peel to one side of his skull as his face is kind of distorted. He gets knocked ass over tea kettle, and his friends go, "Oh shit!" Because you toppled their friend with no problem. Once he kind of gets down and he says, "Oh, you can pay for that," and as he's trying to get up, he throws up all over the floor or all over the ground, and his buddies kind of cart him away, with his arms over their shoulders. They kind of just take him away. It does look like a lot of people are kind of looking over at you. As this happens, one specific individual who is looking at you is Timothy. Are you back?
Yep.
Describe your character, please.
You see a 6'1" man who is ravishingly handsome, with platinum blonde short hair styled perfectly, with nice piercing blue eyes, smile at you and say, "Good show! That was wonderful!"
And Talith, if I remember correctly, is kind of a slightly disheveled woman, if I remember right. Describe your character, Kristen.
I am a wild hunt shifter. I've lived mostly kind of in the shadows and in the forest, so I'm clad mostly in animal hides.
that wildness. So this guy kind of applauds you and says, "Good show." What do you do?
I sheepishly smile and turn to leave.
Okay. As you're turning to leave, you see that kind of walking up towards your way, there is a half-orc kind of walking in to the area. Drung, you've had a long day of walking, and in the morning you were dealing with orcs. So you're kind of looking for something to kind of pass the time, give you a little bit more of a somber feel, and the bar was a little crowded. So you've kind of made your way to the marketplace, looking for something. And you see this woman, as these people kind of run away. And she sees you. Drung is a half-orc, looks like a fighter type. Definitely a burly fellow, and he probably still has his gear assembled since he just got on off the road. The three of you kind of all are present on the scene when a man runs into the area that you're in, the square, if you will, and kind of starts yelling to people, "Help! I need help! Please assist me! I need assistance!" And no one in specific, but he probably doesn't go to one of you directly. He just seems to be going to anyone who will hear him, and not many are having it.
I immediately step forward and say, "What is it? What has happened? How can I help?"
Two boys have been taken. They're missing. They're gone. No one will help me. Please assist me.
Yes, certainly. Show me the way.
He kind of looks you up and down, and kind of scratches his neck under his collar for a second and says, do you have any friends? Is it just you?" Seeming to be kind of taken aback by, you don't really exactly have the strongest presence, if you get my meaning.
Overhearing the conversation, I head over to speak with the man.
Okay. He's still in dialogue with this handsome fellow, this looker. So he doesn't really kind of notice you too much. He does turn and kind of give you a look, but he still seems to be talking to this guy. The question sits there and lingers. Do you have any friends?
Well, I just recently got here just a couple of days ago, and haven't quite met anyone. But I'm sure if we look around and ask for more help, it will arrive. Can anyone
I approach.
Oh, it's you. She is strong. You should have seen her, how she handled a dastardly fellow who was all sorts of rude. Would you be willing to help us?
When help is needed, I will be there.
There's two boys that have been taken away. I don't know where they've gone, but their father has charged me with finding them, and it's been near impossible in this hectic mess. Yeah, if you two think you're up to it, he kind of starts scratching his neck, still a bit worried. Not as worried when it was just the good-looking fellow. He kind of starts looking around nervously, though, and he says, "Let's make haste. Anything could have happened to them by now. They've been gone for a couple of days."
Drung walks up, seeing the group starting to gather there.
Roll me a wisdom check.
Just straight wisdom.
Yes, sir. Okay, I'm going to grant you advantage because you were in a place that you were familiar with. But you remember that when you were kind of courting Sten and Bunder and their group in the bar, there was a group of individuals that were sitting off in the corner near the bard who was playing on the piano in the north corner. And
Okay.
You remember there was a wild-looking woman who had the tabard of the town guard on, who was sitting with that group. That woman is this woman.
Drunk see you at bar. What be problem?
He kind of looks at that guy nervously, and starts backing away as he lets you guys communicate.
I address him. Children are missing. We must go.
Where to?
I don't know exactly where. I was hoping that you could come with me to the father's farmhouse, and maybe you could track and find out where they might have gone to.
I am good at tracking. We will find them.
Perfect. I already have an associate who I've taken to assist with this. I believe that out of character, he, she, do not know gender yet. So he says the correct one. I just don't know what it happens to be yet. Is at the house. We'll go that way.
Please leave.
Okay. So you guys are led out of town. You head out of town through the southeast, which doesn't technically have an exit to it. Kind of move past a guard tower, and when you kind of start to approach the guard tower, you see that there's a guard at the base of the tower and two guards in the tower. The guard at the base of the tower raises his hand up. When he does so, the gentleman that you're walking with raises his hand up in a similar gesture. It would seem that he knows his way around the guards, at least, and he kind of starts to continue on past the guard. He gives him a nod, a courteous nod, as he passes by the guard, and you guys exit the town together. It's a little bit of a travel, a little bit of a walk. Do you guys do anything on the way?
I probably take this time to formally introduce myself, since in the haste of action that was lacking. I'm sorry, but I just wanted to. Drung, it is a pleasure to meet you. I am Sir Gregory the Handsome. They called me the blunt tip of the spear. I come. It is a pleasure to meet you. I'm. Yes. Anyway, and madam, what is your name?
I am Talith.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Talith. How long have you both been in this city?
Drunk show up. 3 moons.
Oh,
John,
wonderful.
I have no idea.
When you got here, that's fine. Just tell him the truth. You have no idea. Why would you care? Why would you?
I know not. I have been here long.
Oh, delightful. And what sort of matter is there to do? What ails the people? I am from an order of knights, and it is I come here questing to help rid the land of evil in all forms. I find.
Oh yeah, and the guy who's leading you turns back. What order of knights?
Out of character.
No, so here's the question. Do you want an actual order that's present? Because that would actually fall into the knight order or knight's order, which is a different type. If you're just a knight, you probably aren't like assigned to an order, like an actual like full order. So you can make up whatever you want. So you can have fun with that part and work yourself into the realm. But if you want an actual knight's order, there are a few I can come up with on the fly. Your call.
What's an order that would have most likely to have like warrior monks in it?
So, what's your alignment?
Neutral good.
Okay, so not that one. Lawful. Do. Let's say the Stasian Knights.
I am a part of the Stasian Knights.
I'm going to give you a handout.
Cool.
Okay. Should be popping up on your screen.
Yeah, I see it.
Of the group, the most likely to have a neutral good monk amongst them. All right.
Cool.
He kind of nods and he goes, the Stasian Knights. And he seems to have a knowing look on his face. And then he kind of continues on.
So how far is this place that we're traveling to?
We're almost there. We should be there shortly. Boo should still be there. All right. If you guys have no other side conversations, I'm going to look at one thing real quick just to be certain. Pretty sure nobody has it, but we'll check. Yep, I presumed correctly. All right. You continue on, and you finally arrive at a farm. You pass through a field into the vicinity of a farmhouse. You would see that as you're arriving, again, it's grown dark. Evening, it's kind of passed on, and we're kind of into night as it stands. There's a man sitting out on the porch, and it looks like he has a hooded lantern sitting out on a table. As you guys kind of enter into the light, he kind of picks up the lantern and points it in your general direction and yells out, "Who goes there?"
Drung?
Yes,
It is. Go ahead.
I am Sir Gregory the Handsome, and this is Drung, and I'm sorry. What was your name again, ma'am?
Talith.
And Caliph, and we've been brought here to help find the missing children.
The guy with you kind of like lets you go on about it, and the guy with the lantern on the porch is kind of looking out with a confused look on his face. And the man that you traveled with yells out, "It is I!" And he goes, good, Andovan, thank you. You've brought heroes to help find my children. Yes, we shall find them before day breaks. I promise you." And he kind of gives a solemn nod. And then Andovan kind of steps forward and says to the man on the porch, "Is Boo still around, or has he continued with his tracking?" Out of character, this would be a great time for Boo if he's inside the house to pop out. If you're not ready, Zach, that's fine.
I see what you did there.
If you're not ready, that's fine too, though.
Yeah, I can do stuff.
All right. So do you pop out?
Yeah, I pop up and kind of wave a hand out. And, no, I'm here.
Oh, good. Well, this maiden has said that she is a skilled tracker, so hopefully she will be able to assist us. Worry not.
Excellent. Well, I'd hear it.
And they all turn and kind of look at you, Talith.
Which direction?
The people who would know, kind of give you a strange gesture of "I don't know."
Have you articles belonging to them?
Oh, Andovan kind of shakes his head and says, "Paul, I will go into the house and recover their things if you do not want to go into that site, into that place." The farmer nods. Andovan goes into the house. Out of character, Boo, you've been in the house already. You've been in the bedroom where the children were. The window was broken out. It looks like the two beds were basically turned over and kind of like wrecked a bit. And there's a spot, not a large spot, but a spot of blood kind of close to the window. And also a bit of torn clothing with blood on it on the window's glass. It's leaded glass that's been broken. And he goes into the house. Does anybody want to follow him in?
I follow.
Okay.
I'll follow
Yeah.
after Talith.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm following.
Okay. So you guys all go into the house. It seems that Paul stays outside, and so does Drung. And when you get into the room, you see what I've described: two flipped, basically messed up beds, broken leaded glass window, and a bit of torn clothes with a spot of blood near the window.
Like on the window or near the window?
At the base of the window. So kind of, it seems that it's on the sill and also on the floor near the sill.
Drung will walk up to the blood.
Oh, so you went inside? You didn't stay outside?
No,
I
I'm
thought
gonna go in.
Okay. So
I'm
everybody's
just
in.
gonna push
Nobody,
everybody to the side and just walk my big ass in there.
nobody stays outside with Paul. Got it. All right. Yeah, you go in, start looking at the blood. Talith, what are you doing? Since you're the tracker, I'm going to focus more on you then.
I am taking in the room and looking at the torn clothing and the blood.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check. Yeah, make a perception check. Okay. You pick up the piece of cloth and the kind of like dip your pinky in the blood, and you kind of pull both up to your nose, smelling each in turn. And you get a very similar scent from both, but it would seem that the cloth never was or never had been on the person whose blood this is. You also kind of take in the scene and kind of look around, and it would seem that the cloth came from something that was being carried out the window, and the blood came from something that was bursting through the window inwards. You basically have like a CSI moment where you start seeing like the blood spatter and like having that weird flashback scene where you don't see the face of the killer kind of thing.
Sweet.
Dope.
Talth, what does this all mean?
I love this character.
Me too, already.
He's so excitable. Go ahead. Sorry for interrupting.
Someone take children in bag. They hurt themselves. We follow.
All right, point us in the direction.
You, with that perception check, you would also note that it looks like they went out the window, back through the back of the farm place. It looks like they exited out towards a windbreak, which would be a grouping of trees in between farmlands. A windbreak just north of where you're located.
I head through the window to follow the path.
Okay, make an acrobatics check or an athletics check, your choice. You very just stoutly kind of jump, not placing your hand on the glass, kind of just leapfrogging through the window and landing on the opposite side, outside.
I follow her.
Same thing, athletics check or acrobatics. You're okay. So you attempt to do likewise. You kind of like crouch down and then hop, and your foot hits, like both feet hit about a foot south of where you anticipated them to be. You flop through the window, bashing the top of your head against the top of the glass that's broken out, and your knees kind of slam into the spikes of the glass in the bottom as you kind of fold and flop out the window, hitting the window like outside portion of the window with like your gut as you're falling out, and then topple down onto the ground, falling prone directly behind Talith with a large upburst of dust. Take 2 points of slashing damage and take 3 points of falling damage.
Oh gosh. Well, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Lead on.
He says as he scutters back up to his feet. Oh, amazing.
You just hear drunk. Oh.
And he does a smart thing and goes outside.
The front door.
The dumb barbarian is like, nope, I'm not making a fool of myself. Let her have it. Walking out the door.
Without breaking stride, I continue down the path I've chosen.
Okay. And Gregory stumbles but does manage to keep up and keep pace. And then Drung eventually makes it out the door and kind of can see where they're going. I'm assuming Boo also goes with Drung out the door. And if that's the case, the other person who's traveling with you is Andovan. And it just seems like he's tagging along. All right. You get out of the, you get into the windbreak, and Andovan's kind of shaking his head. I don't know where they could have taken them in this way. The only thing up this way is an old mausoleum.
Maybe they went to mausoleum.
Perhaps. But I don't think anybody could live there. It's kind of an old, nasty place.
Anything livable.
I disagree, but I suppose. All right. You guys continue on. As you kind of get out of the windbreak, you can see that up ahead, there's a circle of trees, and kind of peeking out of the top of those trees appears to be kind of like a black spire. It doesn't look like a very large grouping of trees, and the spire doesn't appear to be terribly tall. But from what you can tell, that might be what he was talking about. What would you like to do?
I would like to continue heading that direction.
I boldly follow Talith.
Okay. Looks like there's a path that kind of leads into the forest, the woods, small copse of trees. You guys want to just lead yourself down the path then?
Yeah.
Any objectors?
Negative Ghost Rider.
Last chance? Okay. This is what you signed up for.
I signed up for a lot of bad things there.
Fair. I agree with that statement. It's not wrong.
I signed up for all the bad things. There's gonna be bad things. I'm so scared right now.
About 12 arrows come slamming down into Drung again.
Fuck
And
you.
it's those French orcs from yesterday. Up in their high keep.
Oh
I
my
would-
god, why didn't I RP that?
I will
should have.
taunt you a second time.
I
All
should've
right.
came up with the coconuts.
5, 6, and do. All right. Once you guys start to kind of break out of the forest, you realize your folly as you see that the mausoleum seems to be surrounded with a number of smaller creatures. These smaller creatures have a greenish color to their skin in most cases, but there are some that also have kind of like a tannish, kind of yellowish color to their skin. But they seem to have some that are more heavily armored than others. And there appears to be one that's kind of sitting on this broken statue, kind of looking out to you. And when you are seen and he sees you, he yells something at you and points with his finger. This one having extremely long arms compared to the others in his number, and yells something out in this strange language. I never made a token for Gregory. I'm the worst DM.
That's the best thing to yell in a weird language.
That's what he yelled. He yelled, I never made a token for Andy. Strange, to be sure. I've also never made a token for Zach's new character.
Boo.
But this is easily fixable. We have plenty of things we can use as
Did you really keep the name? That's awesome.
Brilliant.
Yeah, dude.
10 out of 10.
Drung and Boo.
It's a great name.
All right. And let's see. We'll use this one here for our monk. All right. That's a temporary one. And then we need one for our super friend. Zach, describe your character to me real quick, just so I have a quick synopsis and can kind of go something.
Yeah, dude. Urban bounty hunter. So
Like young, old, gritty. What are we talking about?
he's an elf, wild elf. So he looks younger, but is probably well over a few hundred years old.
As I do.
You know, but looks like he's in his late 20s.
I think I got one for you.
Word.
Again, temporary. Find your own, and I'll make a token out of it. But for now, This one seems to fit. Okay. And then the people I actually have tokens for. Haha! So the path is kind of like 5 foot wide, but you might be able to do side by side, 2 by 2. Endovan is probably falling to the back of your group. He was the last one to kind of catch up with you. Are you guys just going in the same order that you were? Talith and Gregory in the front, as they were the first ones through, and then Boo and Drung, the next two, right?
Drung just smash.
Makes sense. All right.
Sir Gregory, probably, if this is someone that seems up to no good, would be prepared to rush forward and bring them the fists of justice.
Okay. Sounds good. And do you have dark vision or anything that I need to know about?
Yes, dark vision, 60 feet.
All
I can also cast a light cantrip.
And
Yeah. And then Zach, you're now 60 feet, right?
Zach falls out of.
Oh, he's fine. It's probably the greatest name ever. Every time I see it, it just brings me joy. Boo Flossus. Okay, perfect. I'm going to go ahead and move us to the map. You can see what I've explained to you. The black shaded stuff at the top portion would be the mausoleum. It seems to be blocking your line of sight, which is why the shadows are behind it like that. So yeah, you see this one here up on the statue. It's the one pointing at you. These ones seem to be the more heavily armored, and then these ones seem to be just standard goblin fare. All right, let's do it. Initiative. Select your token, then go to your character sheet and click the initiative option. So long as your character sheet is no longer in edit mode, and you'll be able to roll your. Yep.
There's
Oh,
that
yeah,
20.
yeah.
Oh, the -1 though.
I'm missing Talith, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna try refreshing my page because I don't see anything except for a big black hexagonal figure.
Scroll down.
And maybe zoom out.
Yeah, no.
Okay. All right. Well, I gotta wait for her to roll initiative. I can go ahead and actually roll it for her. Is that okay, Kristen? I'm gonna take your silence as a yes.
What?
I rolled your initiative for you.
Oh, okay.
Hope you don't mind. What's your dexterity there, Chris Edwards?
My dex 14.
Okay. Perfect. All right, Gregory the Handsome. You see a bunch of goblins. First count looks like about 10 goblins. What do you do?
Out of character, are goblins generally considered bad dudes here, or can there be some less evil goblins?
So there are goblins that are good. There are some that kind of travel about town, but when they have blades drawn out like this and they're pointing at you and yelling angrily, it's your call, really. Do you want to roll an insight check?
Yes, let's do this. Because my character is not the brightest.
We've been noticing. It's good. I like it though. Yeah, I mean, you might want to try to talk to him.
All right, I call out to them. Goblins, please put away your weapons.
And as you say
Let
that,
us talk
Drung yells
about
out,
this.
"Drung going to smash puny goblins!" Just talking over you, and it looks like he's got his battle axe, which is a ferocious-looking thing, by the way. It looks like it has teeth as its blade, and it looks like he's going to get in there and get some. Make a persuasion check, though.
All right.
Make a persuasion check. I'm going to give you a disadvantage because of Drung's interjection, but roll it. Yeah. Would have failed either way. The goblins kind of give you like a wide-eyed look, and the guy on top's yelling becomes harsher. All right. Talith, for you, since you're kind of a wild person, you have rangerly ways. You would know that these goblins all appear to be of the same tribe because they all have the same kind of icon around their neck, which is a leather thong with a green rusted nail upon it. The one on the statue isn't a goblin at all. It's a goblinoid, to be sure, but it's not a just base goblin. It's what's known as a goblet. And they're kind of more mountain kindy goblins.
Okay.
The only difference between them and goblins, for those of you who played Magic the Gathering, a goblet is a Zendikar goblin, basically. No copyright infringement there. But for those of you who aren't familiar with that setting, they have very like pointy, elongated figures, and their arms are much longer for climbing. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to presume that your attempt to negotiate was your action. Do you have any movement?
I am slightly bewildered and waiting to see what happens next.
Perfect. I like
I might
that.
move out of the way just so people are.
Okay. Perfect.
And end my turn.
The leader of the group kind of gives you like this strange look, but then he looks to his friends, his allies, and starts yelling out some weird words, but not in Goblin. It sounds like the words he's speaking have a very strange alien nature to them, and he'll cast a spell. Targeting the three that are different. Okay. And he kind of maintains his position on top of the statue, so he's probably about 3 or 4 feet off the ground. All right. Drung. That looks like the spell.
Drunk smash. Lol.
Okay. All right. As reaction to you advancing, these three kind of line in to kind of guard their friend or their leader, and they'll all take the dodge action.
Oh, you would.
All right. They have kind of kite shields, but they're like just smaller. Like they look like just pieces of wood that have kind of been fashioned in triangles. And these ones are wielding these sick-looking, like sharp, curved blades.
Yeah, and what is the dodge action?
That means that if you attack them, you have disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and rage.
Okay. You're going to utilize a rage, all right?
Rage.
And are you going to attack the one that you kind of moved in on?
This one like kept one for me. Yeah.
Are you doing so recklessly?
Not reckless, but
With rage, got it.
hold on. Just starting it through though. You can go in. I'll go ahead and frenzy though.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, an 18 will still hit. And you butcher it. If with one single swing, you bring your axe into it and it falls to the ground. You do notice something very strange, though. When the axe bites into its neck and kind of cleaves into its clavicle and like upper ribs. The flesh that's being torn doesn't look like goblin flesh. It looks like lizard folk flesh or scaly kind flesh
Oh shit!
that's being rent here. Very strange.
Out of character, I know what they are. But anyway.
Oh, I know you know. All right. Anything else on your turn?
Use my bonus. Ran, swung. No, I'm good.
All right. Talith, you're up. It looks like this half orc that you've, reminds you of another half orc you've traveled with before. Smaller axe, but nice enough fellow. What would you like to do?
I can't see my character sheet right now because the site's fucking up for me.
Okay, I can kind of operate for you. If you don't know what your options are, I can also give you a quick idea of what those options would be, if you'd like.
Yeah, what weapons do I have?
If I remember correctly, you have a maul, and let's see, a hammer, and you also have a short bow. Because Chody's character kind of fell away, you technically gave him your great axe, but we're going to say you got it back from him, just for simplicity's sake.
Okay.
And so you could go great axe, maul, or short bow, and your favorite enemy is humanoid, right?
That's correct.
Yep. So they're technically humanoid, so they would fall under that category. So you have +2 damage against them if you hit.
Okay. I'd like to use my short bow.
All right, so the ranger pulls out a small U-bow and pulls back a single arrow, fires it forward. The arrow goes wide and hits the mausoleum, shattering in half. Do you want to? Can you see the map? Okay.
Yeah, it looks like the arrow's coming from a different player, though.
The arrow.
Yeah, there's an arrow that just appeared on my map, so I don't know.
Weird. Never mind. Zach is checking for range. Zach was checking for range. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's fine. Someone was checking for range.
Measuring thing.
Yeah, it's okay. It's just a measuring thing. So yeah, you fire and miss. Do you want to move at all?
If I forego my move action, can I switch out for my maul to ready for my next attack?
I'll allow it.
Okay, then that's what I'll do.
All right. So she puts away the little bow and she draws out a big hammer. Boo, Flossis. Her little bow was pathetic. What's your bow like? Are you ready enough to shoot stuff, Zach, or no?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
All right. Fuck me. Yeah. Just gonna move to like here. I aim for this guy.
Typical French offense. Go. Hit. Kind of clips him on his shoulder. He kind of has a feral look in his eye now, looking at you. He says something in Goblin, but it doesn't seem to catch the attention of the other one next to him. Looks like that one's still focused on the half-orc. Do you speak Goblin at all?
No.
Okay. Cool. All right. It'll circle back around to the monk.
Cool. So seeing as it looks like we must fight, I decide to charge forward and help my companions out. And
Okay.
I shall move. Select here. And I shall attack. Is this how you do it?
That was the one that was wounded, yeah.
Then I'm actually going to attack this guy first.
The non-wounded?
The non-wounded, yes.
Okay.
With my, I've pulled out, as I was running up, I pull out my quarterstaff and wield it with 2 hands, twirling it around and try to strike a mortal blow.
Okay. So helicoptering up to the point, spinning around Keelik style. Throw it.
And I do not know. I don't think I got that set up correctly, so it's...
Hold on. I can get it set up very quickly. Hold on.
All right. Cool.
Gregory.
Oh, I was still in edit mode. Maybe that's why.
Yeah. Go ahead and click it now. Yep. That'll hit, but he stands.
All right, and I shall spend a key point to do a flurry of blows.
So 2 unarmed attacks. You go ahead and use your quarterstaff attack, but the damage will be your strength modifier is 4, so it'll be
Yes.
5 total damage instead. Or I'm sorry, you do a D6 or a D4, right?
Yes.
Hold on. Gerfalcon. All right, I'm switching you to edit. Add here.
Sorry, guys. I was assuming that I would just click flurry of blows.
Your strength is higher, right?
Yes. I would be a fool to use my dex. Dirty. Wait, I am a fool.
All right, try that unarmed strike now.
All right.
It probably says it has a range of 20-60, but it's a liar.
All right. So
That would be the
21.
most amazing fist ever.
That'll hit and kill.
All right, and then for the second one, I will perform a spinning back fist to try and hit the one that was wounded prior.
Okay. Your back fist comes around. You're performing your normal kata that you would kind of practice, or your techniques that you were training on. And when you throw the fist, you go, "Oh, it's a goblin," and it goes straight over its head. All right. Any other you bonus action and action, then you move your full speed, right?
I have 5 footing movement left, but I'll just stay where I'm at.
You don't want to angle in closer to this specific goblin?
I'll stay right here.
Okay, great. Shaman time. Actually, all goblin time. So,
Giblin.
all right. So it looks like the goblins are kind of moving about, trying to kind of get positions in. Looks like most of them are heading towards this half orc. The one in the far back behind the goblot will fire an arrow at Talith. How's the character sheet coming, Kristen? Still a mess?
Yeah, the site keeps saying I'm disconnected from the server.
Weird. Okay. Bear with me. So that's going to miss. I know your AC is higher than that. So an arrow comes flying at you from the goblin in the back. Whiffa. The goblins that moved up to Drung, 2 of them will make attacks with their scimitars. Swing and a miss, swing and a miss.
Yep.
Yay.
Then the green irons will attack Drung. Swing and a miss, swing and a miss. But on the 14, I'm going to roll a d4. So 15 hits or no?
Nope.
Okay, so a swing and a miss. But divine blessings attempt to make it hit and fail. And then the shaman will cast a spell at Drum, as you do. Miss. A spectral hand kind of flies from his, kind of slaps against your flesh. It kind of just doesn't even pierce. You're just like, whatever. And then the 2 goblins that are on Sir Gregory. Scimitar attack. 16 hit. And
10's a hit as well.
You're going to be taking a total of 12 damage.
And I'm unconscious.
Good night, sweet prince.
Oh god.
Go ahead and click on the. There's like a little eye drop, or like a. It's not when you click on your token. There's like a cog and another thing on the bottom there.
Yeah.
If you click on the other thing on the bottom there, it'll give you a list of options. Look for the red X. There you go. Drung, you see your friend actually perform some pretty sick moves with that staff. Looks like that punch was a little heavy-handed, but he seemed to be doing pretty well up until the two goblins kind of got him in a really weird place, and he kind of just stood there and didn't really try to dodge or anything, and took the shots head on and fell to the ground.
That's awesome.
Weakling. And with that, Drung is going to swing at this one. Sorry, that one.
You're swinging at which one? The one in
Just
diagonal?
the regular goblin.
Okay.
Diagonal, yeah.
Hit and kill. Yeah, you cut him in the head really fiercely. It doesn't go all the way through his head. It kind of just settles into his skull a bit. You kind of wrench the axe out of him, and he kind of falls to the ground in kind of a spitting spurt of blood. Okay. That's 2 rounds of rage so far.
Yeah, and then for the frenzy blow, I'm going to like backswing towards the one that's right above me.
Okay. That will miss. It basically gets its shield in between you and it, and it doesn't so much block the axe blade with the shield. It kind of catches underneath the beard of the axe with the lip of his shield and kind of catches you off guard with it for a second. You kind of back away, distorted, but yeah, it was a really strong swing, but unfortunately it caught no goblin flesh this day. Any movement, or are you good?
I'm good.
Talith.
Talith here.
It looks like there's a goblin. You can move adjacent to Drung and attack there, or you can move north to try and deal with these 2 goblins that are standing over the pretty boy.
I will help my downed comrades.
I would say you could probably get to either of them. And if you kind of want to take the attention away from him, stand between the 2. Do you want to attack the one north of you or south of you?
Let's do the one north.
Maul attack incoming. Hit. You baseball swing it, like coming in, like dragging the hammer behind you and throw it up into the air. It connects with the goblin's chin. You watch as it goes into the bottom portion of the top of its skull with a sickening double crack, and it kind of just flies off about 6 or 7 feet, hitting the ground in a nasty kind of just heap.
Whoa.
That is awesome.
All right. That's it. Boo.
Can I use a healer's kit without proficiency?
Yes, you could. I would say that you would have disadvantage to attempt to heal. So when you stabilize with a healer's kit, it grants a hit point. If you were attempting to stabilize with the added hit point, it would give you would do it with disadvantage. If you were trying to use it properly, that's what I would say would be the case. Does that make sense?
Wait, say that again?
So since you're not proficient with the healer's kit, if you were attempting to use the healer's kit to use its stabilize plus a hit point function, you use charges to heal, you'd be doing so at disadvantage. So
but I can stabilize him to 0 without disadvantage?
Yeah, so you can just roll a DC 10 medicine check and stabilize him just fine.
Got it. That's what I thought. Okay, I'm going to do that.
Okay. So you move in adjacent to Talith, make a medicine check. Or smarter move, because elf. Elf move fast. All right, make a medicine check, DC 10.
Oh, I'm just stabilizing him. I'm
Yeah,
not giving him +1.
Yep, so it would be a medicine check, DC 10.
Oh, really? That's not what the book says?
Yep. To stabilize,
Cool.
That's what it is.
Yeah, without the healer's kit.
Yep. but you're using the healer's kit. If you were using the healer's kit and you're proficient with it, you would stabilize and grant a hit point and use charges from the healer's kit to do so. Right? Am I wrong?
Right?
What, did you post something somewhere?
Oh, sorry. In the book, it says as an action, you can
Yeah.
expend the use of the kit without needing to make a wisdom check.
Oh, okay.
And since I'm just trying to stabilize it, I'm not trying to give him the extra hit point back. Like,
and
you know
it
what I mean?
doesn't. It doesn't say
It
you
says-
need to be proficient with it to do that, does it?
No, I need to be
Yeah.
proficient with it to get the +1. I don't need to be
Okay.
proficient. It doesn't say I need
Then-
proficiency to use it. So
Should've
if
just
you're
said-
letting me just use it, then I just stabilize without
Yep.
the medicine check.
He's stable. Then why didn't you just say that to start with?
I wasn't sure.
I wasn't either. I was making shit up the whole time. I'm sorry.
all
I'm honest though. Okay, so he's stable. Gregory does not need to make a death saving throw. All right.
Should I remove the X? Or keep it on?
It's still on because you're still technically in the dying condition. You're just not getting worse.
Alright, cool.
Stably dying. All right, so the goblins will go. I'm gonna do one of these. Do some of this action. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the shaman first. Right. You gotta throw crazy hand at this cool kid drung. Miss. Goblin.
I just kind of
screen
look
iron,
at him as he does it the second time.
and
like,
then regulars. Still nothing.
Nope.
All right. And then the one will attack Talith. Oh, that'll hit. So Talith will take 5 points of damage. I'll go ahead and track it for you there, Kristen. All
Thank
right.
you.
No problem. Drung, it swings back to you. Looks like your group has mainly gone over to the assistance of Gregory. What would you like to do? Looks like you got a few on you.
I'm gonna swing into that one north of me.
All right. Throw it. Do you want to reckless? Oh. 24 will hit. You chat him.
And again. Nope.
Okay. Still not attacking recklessly, huh?
No.
Fine.
I don't want you to have advantage.
Sure.
It's a good choice when there's 4 standing around you.
Yeah, I just wanted to be stupid. Sorry. Talith, there's one goblin near you. Looks like the elf is doing his best to help your friend, the pretty man. Do you want to go ahead and mash this one with your hammer too?
Hell yeah.
Okay. So you throw your hammer up, smash, and basically as the goblin goes sailing past, this elf kind of runs around to you and kind of starts healing your friend, kind of coming up and around between you where you were there. So you look down at the elf and you kind of pull the hammer up and swing straight back behind you, kind of like using the arc of the attack to kind of bring down on the goblin. But it's not exactly as pretty as you thought about it in your head, and your maul kind of hits stone. And the goblin kind of gives you all right. Boo!
Yeah, buddy. Moving there. Shooting at this guy.
Like a true elf, the attempt at kill stealing. Roll a 20-sided dice.
No, fuck.
Awesome. That's exactly what I wanted to happen.
Okay. You fire the arrow. It hits it on his skull cap and goes ting and kind of sails off. It looks like that arrow might be salvageable. All right. Gregory is just stable. But at the end of the initiative, I will take an action with the NPC tag along. Hold on.
Just kind of been standing.
He'll move to there. And he'll say a word in a language that sounds like common, but it's slightly different. I guess the best comparison would be kind of like backtracking into Latin. He says the one word, and when he says it, Gregory regained 4 hit points.
Huzzah!
Not quite the word, but close enough. And then go ahead and remove the red X. You are prone. If you wish to stand up or engage, you are fine. There is a goblin laying dead next to you, a goblin standing over you, and a woman with a huge hammer. The hammer is just inches away from your feet.
I look up at Talith and say, "Oh, thank you, friends," and use half my movement to stand up and bring my quarterstaff overhead to crack this goblin from above.
Okay.
Let's pull up that character sheet again real quick.
Pro tip too, if you want to keep your character sheet on the board but not up, you can do that one of two ways. You can either pop it out of Roll20 and have it be a separate window. You do that by clicking the little button up on the top left of your character sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can double click on the character name at the very, very top near that. If you do so, it'll minimize your character sheet in board and it'll make it like transparent so you can see through it. If you ever want to recall it, you just double click it, it'll pop it back up.
Oh my god, why did
Oh,
you not know
nice. That's amazing.
The tips and tricks. You pop up, you kind of snap up and make an attack. Do me a favor and for flavor, roll a 20-sided dice.
All right.
Okay, so you snap up so quickly and with like very little words or anything that you actually catch the goblin off guard. It did not expect you to snap up and smack him in the head with his staff. Does not kill him, but it certainly does catch him off guard, and you do hit.
Aha! Take that, foul beast! And, I'll use my bonus action to perform an unarmed strike.
Okay, these will not have advantage, but you don't need it. So you bring the hammer down, and as the hammer comes down, it kind of looks up you. It goes nah, and then you bring your knee up into its chest. It kind of makes a pop, and it kind of falters back and hits the ground. You still have movement. 5, 10. You could potentially engage the others. You still have. Did you spend a key point or just bonus action?
Just a bonus action.
Okay, never mind then. I thought you said key point. I was like, then it's wasted. No, we're good. We're good. You're done. Unless you want to move in. I mean, if you wanna. No, I'm just kidding. It's cool. We'll go ahead and move along.
Higher than 50, I'm doing it. I want to
Okay.
roll a 1d100 real quick.
For bravery.
For stupidity.
Higher than
Yep.
one. Or, yeah, you're going in. You're going to be right here, it looks like. Yep.
I have come to your aid.
The shaman kind of looks to you with a confused look on his face, and seeing as his wet, cold, slappy hands haven't been hurting Drung, he's going to do it to you instead. 12 hits, take 3 necrotic damage.
I'm not dead yet.
Do you have 1 hit point?
Yep.
So just so a future reference, because you haven't been in the marches long, but if you ever get knocked to 1 hit point, or someone ever is knocked to 1 hit point, this is referred to as being chatted, because Chad, who you may have seen in the game last night, has this habit of hitting something so hard it only has 1 hit point left, but not killing anything. So that's what that is. So you have been chatted. And you're standing next to someone who just got chatted, so it's like a double Chad. It's like dividing by 0. I think it's going to just suck in everything. Everybody dies. Okay, the shaman points to you and shoots. The others are very focused on this half work. So attack.
Oh my god, they hit.
So 13 damage. You take half.
6,
So
7.
half of 4 or half of 8 is 4. Half of 5 is 3. Always round against the player in this game.
Okay. I wasn't sure which way you went with it.
No problem. It's normally round down, but I'm more fun. Round against the player. And the other 2,
I want retaliation so bad.
Yeah, they just miss a bunch. Okay. That's all for me. Go ahead, Drung.
Against the chatted one.
Hit kill. Gregory, as the cold hand kind of gets off of you and you just feel this weird coldness to you, blood just starts smattering all over you as the goblin that was standing next to you is, it's like dropping a pot of beef stroganoff on the ground. It's a sick mess. And then Fury.
And then against that one.
Yeah, hit and kill. Doing some work. Okay. It looks like the other two are very scared, and the shaman is also of that opinion. It doesn't look like they're going to try and stay and fight despite what happens next. So, Talith? I believe, in the words of the immortal bard, hammer time. Oh.
I'll just hit whatever's nearest me and still alive.
Got it. You're going to move here and attack that one. And Drung, what just happened to Gregory happens to you as she comes in with this wide arcing like sweep of the hammer. It smacks its face so hard, the face kind of leaves the skull, and blood just kind of splatters all over you. No, goblins are blood bags in my game. That's literally all they're good for is splatting. All right. I know what's happening here, Chris Edwards. Just do me, just do me a favor, real quick. Don't fall in love with another character because your character will die, and then they'll be sad. And they'll just have to just omit their character from the game and play something cool, new, and fun. Speaking of cool, new, and fun, Boo Flossus. What's happening?
But yeah, I'm gonna shoot the shaman.
Fucking
Funk.
Ever.
Surprisingly hits. It does not kill. What? Yeah, that'll work. It kind of catches him in the shoulder, and he looks warily over in your direction, very scared. Not exactly. Yeah, his heart's not in this fight anymore. Gregory.
Oh, this will take a while to come out as I stare at the blood-soaked clothes I now wear. And decide my best course of action is to get this leader and overshoot it a bit, but then come down with quarterstaff.
Make an attack roll. We'll go with the first one.
Oh,
since you kicked it twice, that's okay. You come in and you kind of stop, spin, turn, and flip the staff like towards it, but you didn't calculate for the fact that it's standing on a statue. The statue has a shield, and the shield blocks the staff, as shields are meant to do. And the goblin looks scared as you kind of do this. Do you want a bonus action to try to punch him?
I will spend a key point to do flurry of blows.
Sounds good. That'll hit, and you don't need to make the second one. So you hit the shield with the staff. You kind of stop for a second, like holding it with one hand off to the side, and then you kind of throw an uppercut and kind of jump into it, catching the goblin in the chest and throwing it off of the statue onto the ground behind Drung.
Nice.
Actively dragon punching it to death.
And then with my remaining movement, I shall... Can I just stand on his dead body?
Yeah, sure. So you kind of uppercut up, and then you kind of like stop in the air, kind of catch your foot on the shield, jump over the statue, and land like on him, bison stomping him to oblivion.
And I shall take my second unarmed attack against the last living goblet.
Okay. Cool. Kind of jumping down with the punch. That's a better idea. Yeah. That 15 will hit, and that 6 damage will Chad him. Uh-oh, Chad. Sounds like we got a competitor here. A new challenger appears. All right. Smack. It definitely looks like it is gonna run. It's gonna take the disengage action as a bonus action, and then it's gonna take the dash action as its action. He just beats feet. Gone. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Drung, you're up.
Oh,
You can dash to him.
I could dash to him, but I can't do anything.
Nope.
Oh,
But if you try,
wait. Since my bonus action is an attack,
no, you have to make an attack first and then be able
the
to bonus
bonus.
action.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe so. Check it. Read it and what it says.
Is he a monk?
Frenzying, berserker.
Frenzy.
Uh,
Starting at 3rd level, you can go into a frenzy when you rage. If you do so, for the duration of your rage, you can make a single weapon attack as a bonus action on each of your turns after this one.
After
The first.
yeah, after the first turn.
Yep.
Or hold on.
yeah, so he could dash and then bonus
Attack.
action hit it.
Sounds right.
Blam!
Swing it. All right. So what you guys watch is Drung just and starts darting off in that direction, with his axe over his head and his shield out in front of him, and the goblin's looking over his shoulder like no, and then you just watch as he brings the axe down into its back, and then when he pulls the axe back up, the goblin's still attached and it gets flung into this little pond here.
Drone smash.
All right. Good deal. Starting with Boo. Just let me know what you're doing.
Oh, I have exhaustion. Oh, I guess it lasts for a minute. Regions. Fuck.
Each of you will gain 125 experience.
Nice.
I've got you, Kristen.
Thank you.
You're at 650, so just about 250 shy of 3rd level. All right. Bunch of dead goblins, Zach, and double door on the mausoleum there, the front. Bunch of broken up rubble and stone. 2 wells, one on either side of the doors there. What would you like to do?
I guess I'll check out this door.
Okay. Door seems to be slightly ajar. If you want to go ahead and open it, it's perfectly up to you.
Do.
All right. On the opposite side, you see beyond the steel doors is a dark and dank mausoleum with a number of tombs. The chamber has a smell of vegetation and of old death. Set on a low dais in the center of the chamber. Hold on a second. Do you see what I see? You probably do.
Yeah, I do.
Let me fix that real quick. Yep.
Was it another phantom door thing?
Oh, that's weird. Hold on.
That's okay.
I think I know how I messed up. That's fine. Leave it as is. You see, we're just gonna ignore that part. You see, crap. Bear with me here. Sorry.
Rawr, I'm a bear. Get it? Huh. Laugh at my joke.
I see what you did.
Laugh at my joke.
I see what you did. Obvious is obvious. Behind the sealed doors is a darkening vegetation. On each side of these altars is a stone bowl. Sorry, they're set on low dais in the center of the chamber are 6 statues, each with an altar at its feet. On each of these altars is a stone bowl with engravings within, and at the side of each of the stone bowls is a small coin. Okay?
Yep. Are you moving on to someone else, or can I do more?
Yeah, you can do more.
Can I look at the bowl or like whatever one's
Sure, pick one statue. Okay, so the statue on the immediate right has a bowl that reads, "To the poor goes the worthless." The knight in front of you, it depicts it's kind of depicting a shabby knight. The armor is shabby compared to the statues on the other side. It looks like this might be like a foot soldier or maybe like a hedge knight, something to that effect. Okay. Taking a look at that, keeping that note. Drung, what are you doing? You see the elf kind of wander into the mausoleum. There's a bunch of dead goblins, wells, etc.
Fuck, I'm looting goblins.
Okay. Roll a total of 11 d6s.
Oops. Well, 10 more. Or was
Yeah.
that a d20? No, that was a d6. Okay.
So you find a total of 34 silver pieces, a bunch of useless scimitars, a bunch of useless armor, and the 3 goblins that were different appear to have lizard flesh grafted onto their skin, and the shaman appears to have a very strange kind of stony skin grafted onto its back and chest.
I'm gonna cut a piece of flesh off of you.
Okay,
Not the shaman, not the other guys.
gotcha.
So
Okay.
you said the shaman had the stone flesh?
Kind of a stony flesh. It is actual flesh. I mean, if you want to roll a nature check, you can kind of try and determine what it is.
Even untrained?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You're not sure.
Okay. And you said the scimitars and stuff was useless?
Pretty much garbage. Yeah, they're not going to sell.
Okay.
Okay, moving on. Kristen, you kind of watch as Drung starts kind of gathering up a bunch of silver pieces from the goblins and kicking aside broken blades. And then he said he ripped off some of the flesh of one of them. What would you like to do? Cartwheels?
Cartwheels, indeed.
Okay, Gregory, what would you like to do?
Might I suggest a short rest, perhaps? I could catch my breath after such a invigorating exercise. And as I say this, I walk over to clean my clothes a little bit in this pond.
Okay. The guy who led you here kind of walks over to you, places his hand on you, and says, there should be no need to rest. We must move quickly. The children are in danger." And he says some words in that language he spoke before and casts a spell on you. Regain 4 hit points.
He likes those stories.
Why, thank you, good friend. Thank you. That is very helpful.
We must hurry. The children are probably within. These are the same creatures that I suspected.
Okay then. Well, I shall clean my clothes later. Let us go.
These are wells, right, John?
Yes.
Can I start lobbing goblin bodies into the well?
You sure can.
Yes.
All right. So he cleans up nice. I'll go ahead and get those deleted here in a second. Okay. Back to you then, my friend Zach. What would you like to do next?
I'm gonna check the next one.
Okay. The next statue on the right. Statue on the right in the middle has a knightly present to it. A bowl that reads, "As dragons fly, so men must die." And to the side of the bowl is a gold piece. It's a gilder. Looking at it, it looks like it's a gilder from an older time.
Can you read me the first one again?
Absolutely can. It reads, "To the poor goes the worthless." The statue in question appeared to be a shabby armored one but sitting next to his bowl is a platinum piece, also known as an imperial. Okay.
And which one was by the second one?
Gilder, gold piece.
Word.
All right. It sounds like everybody else is kind of doing activities that are durational. But Gregory comes around the corner, and you would see that the elf appears to be looking at these statues.
Boo, what is it? What have you found?
Seems to be some sort of puzzle with these coins and these bowls.
Huh. Can I be of assistance in any way possible?
Read the notes on these 3 statues. Tell me what they say.
So
Okay. For simplicity's sake, we'll go ahead and get the last one for you, Zach, and then we'll read the ones to Timothy. The one that you stand in front of at the end of the line, the statue. Statue on the right, farthest from the door, is of an armored merchant, and his bowl reads, "Count each and every one, for 1 century brings 1 golden sun, and a millennium the brightest of days." To the right of the bowl is a wooden coin. That one's that one. Hold on. The first one was this one. And the middle one was there you go. All right. And then, Gregory, you look at the ones on your side, the one immediately on the left in the first chamber there. The statue has a crown motif on its helmet, and the bowl reads, "To the Emperor, the brightest." Next to the bowl, it seems that there's an electrum piece, also known as a stator.
All right, and then I move up here and check this one. Oh, so I read out to this one says, "To the Emperor, the brightest," and it's what did I write down? And there's a crown motif to this statue, and a electrum piece.
And the next?
It reads, "What community has wrought is what the king has got." And it seems that this statue, it also has a crown motif as well. And sitting next to the bowl is a silver piece, also known as a draker.
This one reads, "What community has wrought is what the king has got." It's yet another crown motif, and there's a silver piece here.
All right. And then the last one, half for the land, half for the tower. The statue appears to be an authority figure, like a magistrate or something to that effect. And then its bowl has a copper piece or a penny sitting next to it.
And this one says, it looks like an authority figure of sorts. It reads, "Half for the land and half for the tower," and there seems to be a copper piece here. What does this mean?
I'm not sure yet. I've only just started looking at them. I believe 1 coin goes to each statue, and the clue is in the appearance of the statue as well as the note left by the bowl.
Well, I don't see any flying coins or things with. I don't know if I'll be much help here. I'm sorry.
I numbered them for you. It would be in the order of the quotations that I've left. And you've left the coins where they're at, or have you picked them up?
I've left the coins where they're at.
So have I.
Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and place the coins down then in the order that they would be in the numbers that we've set as they stand. Okay?
Cool.
Is there anything on the coins, like any markings other than just their material?
They are official print like coins. Like they are of a
I
very
know, but I mean, like, are there pictures on them? Like, is there a tower on one, a dragon on another, an emperor on one, or are they just marked with like the seal?
a solid question. So the penny has on one side, it appears to have an icon of a person you don't know and can't recall. The markings that are written on it seem to be in kind of an old language. As an elf, you would recognize it as the first language of men, known as Etten Naunish. It's a very old type of common. You can kind of make out what it is. It seems to be referring to some baron or baronet, which you would know is kind of the lowest tier of nobility. The penny here, on the flip side, has a set of scales. Look like merchant scales. That's on the penny, and since that is what that's what Gregory's looking at. That would be at number 6. Here, hold on. 1 second. I got a better idea.
Yeah.
This should work. I don't think I'm giving it away with this. Double checking and making sure he's doing it. He's hitting it. He's hitting the button. All right, it's in Discord. That should give you everything you need to know. The numbers will go off of what that says instead. So we're just switching 1 and 3, or 2 and 3.
Okay.
Scratch that. We're switching 1, and 1 is the. Yeah, hold on. I'm a mess. I'm a damn mess. That's better. Should be in the order that's listed in Discord.
Got it.
And for those at home playing the home game, I'm just going to post it in the chat here too. There you go. Big old mess for you to try and narrow in on and read. Now, back to the coin question. You look at the penny. One side, the reverse side of the penny has merchant scales. The other side has baron that you can't recognize, and the name seems to be kind of just old and in a weird language. The now those could be merchant scales, but they could also be like the scales of justice. You're not 100.
Totally fine.
The raker does have a dragon mark on it, and then on the other side, the face of some noble that you're not familiar with. But what you can kind of tell from it, it's like a middle tier, or maybe kind of like a lower tier lord that you're looking at here. The electrum piece, which would be known as a stater, it appears to have a symbol on it that has a tower with spines at the top of it. Everybody in Parnek should recognize the tower as the Tower of Omeus, the tower of the Emperor. Yep. The Imperial, the platinum piece, also bears the tower symbol, but it also shows the helm of the Sorcerer Night King, or the Emperor of Parnek, on its reverse. The gold piece has an eagle on its back and a kingly looking figure with the name Eversoul at its bottom.
Are we able to perceive anything in particular about these items or the riddle?
So it would seem like what what Zach was saying might be accurate. It seems that you need to move the coins and place them in the offering bowls correctly, and they need to. They might correspond to what you're looking at here.
Just give me a second. I'm breaking it down. So
Okay. I am way too high for this.
I love you
Oh, I missed you so hard.
so hard.
Oh, man. All right, man. I could be really, really high, but I feel like I figured it out.
Okay.
To the poor goes the worthless would be the wooden coin.
So you place the wooden coin in the.
I'm not placing it. I'm throwing this out to the party. Not just going and doing it. That's not this character. Maybe Finkus. Not this guy. Then to the Emperor, the brightest, I have platinum. Then as dragons fly, I have the Draker. Then what community has wrought, I have Gilder. Count each and every one, I have a penny, and half for the land, half for the tower, I have a stater.
Okay, that's where I was going with all that.
Word?
So what we're doing.
That's what Drum's doing.
All right.
Oh
Yep.
man, tell him.
Elf says, so you place the Imperial in the statue that looks like an emperor. You place the Gilder in the statue that looks like a king. You place the Stater and the magistrate-looking guy. The Knight gets the Draker. The Merchant gets the penny. And the Peasant gets the wood coin, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. The second that happens, the thing that I tried to cover up real quick that was there totally does away. The stone floor kind of slides away, and there's a stairwell down.
Boo! You have figured the riddle out. Congratulations.
Go pot!
Winning.
I don't think it's time for cooking, Boo. We must continue.
Perfect. Perfect. Gain inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
Fuck yeah.
I'm pretty sure Jenna already had inspiration, so it's wasted inspiration.
No, I was saying Gregory gained the inspiration. He stayed
I
in
know.
character. This is
Oh,
lovely.
okay, that's
Okay.
I think I was getting inspiration for breaking character.
No. I would give you inspiration just for being you. I mean, every single day of your life, you're a beautiful man.
Oh, buddy, I love you.
You come down the steps and you hear kind of a soft chanting, and you see a woman standing over a grave, kind of a sarcophagus, really. You also see two dead bodies, younger-looking fellows. They appear to have in one hand metal shackle, and in the other hand a broken bottle. Different hands for the lot of them, but it looked like they came down here with some sort of intent. The woman kind of turns to you and kind of brushes back her hood, revealing her hair to be kind of a fiery red, and she kind of gives you a stare with green, like daggerish eyes, and says, how did you get into this place?
We defeat goblins.
We followed the instructions that was given upstairs.
This is my lair. Leave this place, interlopers.
But we come. Might you be able to help us? We're seeking some lost children. Do you happen to know where they are?
Stop. What you just said starts a fight.
Oh gosh.
Fuck yeah, it does.
Isn't that kind of what those two characters are here for?
Right?
Me with 5 health hit points and 9 AC. Gotta love it.
And now boss fight, yeah. I could throw up some music if you want. I mean, I'm down.
Man, I've always done this.
please. Tactics theme. This shit.
Bear with me here. I'm just getting the combat set up.
I'll be right back. Gotta hit that.
Perfectly fine.
What does 2 levels of exhaustion do?
Thank God.
Okay. I believe the mood is set.
Now this bitch. This bitch.
Okay.
I'm back. Need me to roll initiative?
Yes, please.
Initiative, schminitiative. As soon as I find it.
Also, apologies ahead of time. This is technically a hard, near-deadly encounter for your group, so...
Oh, yeah, it is.
And I'm out of key! It'll be fun.
Oh no, this is gonna be fucking fantastic. That's what this is gonna be. I keep getting...
I believe Boo has higher initiative than Gregory's 9. Yeah, no, he certainly does. Okay, that said, she kind of looks to you when you say that, and she starts saying words, and her hands start kind of glowing. It looks like she's preparing something.
Oh, fun.
You would also recognize at this point her hair is kind of fluttering back away from her ears, and her ears are pointed.
Cool.
Knife. Long, pointed ears, not half elf, definitely full.
Awesome.
Out of character, maybe you should keep your handsome face shut next time.
Can you? Is this just like an open flame on the floor?
Yeah, there's a metal bowl, and there's flame kind of burning up. It looks like the smoke that's kind of coming off of it is kind of a purplish color. Like a dark purple.
Yeah, I'm gonna push her into the fire.
You're going to attempt to push her into the fire.
Yeah.
Alright. Go ahead and move as you need to. That would be a full move. So
Yeah.
if you bull rush, you can kind of push her diagonally towards it.
Yeah, I want to push her like right there into the fire.
Contested athletics. Your athletics versus either my athletics or acrobatics. Go.
Yep.
You kind of try to grab at her robes, and she kind of like flutters back a bit, and you can kind of feel the wind kind of just emanating off of her. She's definitely getting ready to cast a spell.
Awesome. Then I'm just gonna draw my bull rush in my turn.
Okay. Gregory.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yep.
Alright. Oh, and the bull rush failed?
Correct.
Yeah, I just have to push her into the fire. I tried.
No problem. Alright. Being more decisive this time, as opposed to our engagement with the goblins, I head straight forward to her side and Oh, that's not okay. Forget that. Then I shall bring down my quarterstaff upon her.
Throw it. Hit.
Wait, how can it only do 4 damage if I get +4?
It doesn't have a dice on it.
Oh,
It's
that
messed
get-
up. Yeah, hold on. Just roll for now. Roll. You're doing it two-handed. Roll a d8.
10 damage.
Okay. And then, do you know how to fix it or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will
great.
also use my bonus action to do an unarmed strike.
How many key points do you have?
0. So I'm just going to.
Just making sure you are aware you're out. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. I know.
Punch.
And let me just. Okay, this does have one fixed. Got out of editing mode and.
Hit.
So a total of what? 17 bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
2 separate 10 and 7.
Yep. She looks like she's quite wounded by it. You can see blood kind of coursing from her lip as you punch her in the face. She looks at you with hatred. When she does, she's going to cast a spell upon herself. I think. Let me double check. Ooh. No. Let me check something here. Alright, perfect. Gregory, make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Oh, fun.
You are pretty much locked in place. She says, "Not yet," and you just kind of, and the wind kind of flutters down and her robes kind of course down, and she kind of rubs her lip, and as she does so, she reaches into the folds of her sleeve, pulls out a potion, and pours it into her mouth. Yep. Wow, that's exactly enough. Put her right back to full. Alright.
Oh, that is mage.
Talith. Alright. As you fire the arrow, she kind of, or getting ready to fire the arrow, she turns her eyes and looks at you. Make a wisdom saving throw. Kristen, make a wisdom saving throw.
Where do I find that on my sheet?
It's up on the top left. If you see, it says like your ability scores. Just to the right of that, it'll say saving throws in a small little box. You'll click the wisdom one. See it? Okay. You fire directly at her, and it will hit for 3. Okay. Gregory, you are held. I don't believe you get a saving throw at the end of each turn. Hold on, let me check. At the end of each of the turns, you can make a wisdom saving throw. On a success, the spell ends. Attempt it again.
For me?
No. Him. Okay, you break the hold of it at the end of your turn.
Let's do this.
Alright. Wait, oh, hold on, how are you on there twice? Are you on there twice?
I'm on there once.
Am I losing my mind? Okay, so Talith went, you have it, Drung's on there twice. Weird. Oh, it's got the stuff from the last map.
Yeah, that's only showing on yours, man.
Yeah, it sure is. Talith, what's your initiative say? 12, right? Or 8?
Hers is 12.
Okay.
5.
And what about Boo? Are you on 19 or 6?
Ooh,
19.
19.
Yep.
So I technically shouldn't have done that damage then if you're going off of, I wasn't even thinking about it, but
No. We're going with you're going to be on. You're going to have acted for some reason fast this
Okay.
one turn. On your next turn, so you're going to have one that just skips. Okay.
Okay.
On the next turn, you're succeeding at the wisdom saving throw. That's
Okay.
my butchery and my allowance of roll 20 to do it. So Talith, you're not on 8. You're on 12, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And
Strung's on 5. You're the only one left. Go. It kept the tokens from the last map for me.
oh,
what
did it?
happened.
That's weird.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you already know that that's going down.
Okay.
Bam. And smash, chop, chop, chop.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, buddy.
Success. So go ahead and attack her.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna say frenzy, reckless, rage, everything. Rah.
Yep. Sure. First attack.
Wham.
Miss. Oh, you said reckless.
Shit,
Yeah.
22 misses?
It.
Holy
And
shit.
I don't get the since I
No,
raged. I don't
22
get the
hits.
action, so.
22 hits. I thought I missed the reckless part.
Oh, Jesus
No.
Christ. I was gonna run like hell.
yeah. No, I don't. I don't have the second attack because my bonus action was to rage.
Got it. Done?
Yeah.
Okay. New threat acquired. Alright. Boo.
Yeah. I'm a hitter. And
Do it. That'll hit? Oh, yeah, that'll hit. Alright. And that'll hit.
You don't add your proficiency bonus to the offhand, do you?
not to the damage. It's not on the damage. I rolled a 4.
Oh, okay, I see.
Okay. Alright, it'll go to her. Let's see. She will use her racial. To teleport to there. And everybody make a dexterity saving throw.
Since I'm technically still held, would I even get one?
I will allow it, but I will allow it at disadvantage.
Okay.
You can
Nope.
kind of like flop yourself to the side to kind of dodge it. You're also behind the stone thing, so yeah, that's fine. But you still fucked up.
Yep.
Bear with me. Okay. Oh, it didn't roll dice.
Was it like 3d6 or something like
Oh man, I'm so dead.
that? Yeah, y'all.
So if you failed, I don't know why it didn't pop, but if you failed, you're taking 26 points of damage. If you succeeded, you're taking 13.
What's the DC?
DC is 14.
Oh, sweet.
Well, guess you want to give me a new character sheet, John?
God.
What's your maximum hit points?
12.
Oh, holy shit.
I was a level 1 character. What do you want from me?
Why were you level 1?
You should've
Jenna
been
wasn't level
3.
1. You should have been level 3.
Oh.
You build at the
Are you
level you were
serious?
before. Yeah, I'm serious.
Add some hit points there, bro.
Now, on the other hand,
Whoa, I didn't know that. Oh shit, I should be doing so much more then.
Gregory is level 2.
With 15 hit points and currently at 5, I am dead.
26 would knock you to negative 15. Yeah.
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 Good night, sweet prince.
I didn't hate the character. That's not what it was.
No, it's fine. I didn't get to use my
Actually-
inspiration, which I'm a little
use
sad
your
about. But
inspiration. Yeah, use your inspiration.
Oh no, yeah. Use your inspiration. Take the 14. You'll take half damage.
all right, I'll use my inspiration.
So
Half damage is what, 15 or
15. So that puts him at negative 10, which isn't enough to auto kill him. So just a failed death saving throw,
I
or
thought
not a failed save, just a death, just dying.
Okay.
Right.
I thought you rolled 26, so it'd be 13, right?
13 damage total. Yeah.
Okay.
I was saying he has 15 maximum hit points.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So bonus action. Are you still standing then, Zach?
Oh yeah, I've got 2 hit points left. I did not know.
Okay. Yeah. So if your character dies, you reset to 0 experience for that level. So like 2700, I think is, or 900 is 3rd level. You start at 900 experience.
I got it now. I'm caught up. I just rebuilt a level 1 character. That makes so much more sense.
Right. I don't want you to start over at the beginning every time. That'd be crazy. 5 is the lowest that you can be set to. So if you die at 10th level, you go back to 5. She will be done because she's taken a bonus action and an action. Talith, you would have taken that damage though. You didn't roll a dexterity saving throw, actually. You should have.
What's the range on fireballs at 20?
It's a 20-foot radius. She threw it in the back wall, so it exploded out and hit all of you. And she was 5 feet away from it, so she didn't take any damage or even feel heat. If you want me to show you how it happened, I can.
No, I got it. I get what you're saying. Now.
It's too late. It's too late.
Yeah, okay.
That's exactly how it blew up. So you would fail, Kristen, and you would take 26 points of damage, but that will not kill you outright. It'll just put you down.
No, I have
All right.
advantage on that anyway. Cool.
Talith, you need a dex saving or a death saving throw, so go ahead and roll that. And I'm going to go ahead and remove Gregory from the initiative order. Actually, no, I'm not. He didn't die. Why do I hate myself? I kill you, but then I tell you to use that inspiration I gave you to keep you. What am I thinking?
Apparently, I can't do saving throws.
That is a double fail. So you rolled a 1. That would count as 2 failures. If you fail 1 more, Talith dies. So you guys see her, and she's kind of on the brink. Andovin's kind of looking at you guys very worried because he doesn't have any spells remaining.
Some help you were, dickhead.
I'm an NPC! He goes up the stairs. He goes up the... All right, Gregory, same story for you. Death saving throw, please.
Yep.
Are you rolling real dice?
No, I'm playing with pennies.
Success, 1 of 3. All right,
Would be funny if I was rolling real dice, though.
Drung,
Yeah. No, choppy chop, slappy slap.
make... Oh, I don't have an enchantment. Never mind. Go ahead. Make the attack. Reckless and everything, right?
Yeah, everything. Throw on the freaking kitchen sink in on this bitch.
All right. So as you erupt from the flames and kind of bolt through them and rush out to her, the fire is still like lingering on your hair and kind of burning off of you as it does so with the others. And you kind of rush in and just bring your axe down into her chest, and just blood just splatters out from her. Her face is wide with just horror and shock that you weren't incinerated by the blast. And her life just seems to slip out of her as she kind of falls backwards away from your axe.
No, I'm still swinging again as she's falling.
Oh, sure. No, you can go. Since we're kind of falling into just more fluff, you kind of just start bashing into her body with the axe, with rage. All right, Boo. You're kind of Oh, I'm glad I'm third level.
Yeah, thank God for that. Oh man, Ooh,
It looks like your friend next
that
to you
could have been awful.
Gregory's pretty wounded, but he looks like he's kind of like close enough to the ground and not. He didn't get hit by the full brunt of it because he was behind the sarcophagus. Luck was on his side this day, but he's still dying. Talith looks like she is literally on death's door.
Awesome. Can I get to Talit and stabilize her with the healer's kit?
Yeah, you jump to her and drop down over her and start bandaging her skin. It looks like she's wearing hides, and most of them kind of got seared away. There's a bit of her flesh showing, and it's kind of burned up a bit. And you start patching her up, throwing down from the healer's kit some ointments and salves to kind of cover the burns and help cure them. It seems to kind of put her at ease. She was kind of like grunting and
Awesome.
but you spare her horrid death.
And you said Gregory is still alive?
Hold on. Gregory, make a death saving throw because Talith is
Wait,
stabilized.
wait. No, you motherfucker. I'm level 3
Oh shit!
fighter. Guess who's getting another use of the healer's kit?
Oh my god. You know what though? You know what? I love this character because he's so utility. It's just like
That's what I'm here for.
it's just like oh man, it's just like it's just like Aiden. It's bringing a tear to my eye. It genuinely is. He's so jackknife. He's so Swiss Army. Oh, so good. Stable. Okay.
Very awesome.
All right, you have two dying friends. The priest comes into the room as well and starts kind of looking over your work, and he says to the elf, he says, "Have you fought in any combats? You're quite the skilled combat medic."
I've been through my fair share of scraps.
Well, you definitely
No,
have
agree.
a skill. Yeah. So, Drung, what are you doing besides butchering a woman?
Choppy chop. I'm gonna go search through this pile of shenanigans over here. What are these, like books and stuff?
Yeah, looks like a bunch of books, journals, notes, backpacks. Looks like there've been a lot of different people through here.
Start rummaging through the backpacks.
Sure. Looks like the notes of travelers, merchants, folks who have passed by Hilton in the past couple of days. Seems she's been quite busy. And from what you can tell, there's been a lot of dragging of people out through the stairs that you came in.
Okay. So, what about over on this side?
Barrels, food. It looks like stuff that she's kept to keep her. There's also a single box sitting up on top of like a crate. The box is open, and inside you can see that there are sticks of incense set inside, and a couple of small, just wedges of incense. The wedges of incense have kind of a purple, royal purple color to them, and the sticks of incense are kind of a brown color.
Okay, I'll take those.
Okay, the box. Okay. All right. Drung's kind of running around looting. Talith is laying there dying, but stable. Gregory, same story. What's Boo doing?
Are we taking like a little bit of a rest?
Well, yeah, but while that's happening, what are you guys doing?
Oh man. Is there anything to go through down here in this chamber?
Drung's kind of going through it himself.
Got it. Has anyone gone through this lady?
I haven't looted her.
Then I will do that.
I stabbed her a lot with my axe blade.
Yeah, I'll loot the bitch.
Okay. Once you get to her and start going through her stuff, she has really spiffy looking robes, very cool looking, just ornamental kind of looking robes. She has a satchel that seems to have a book in it. The book has some strange arcane writings, possibly a wizard. It looks like she has a small pouch of components, which she was using to fling her spells, specifically some bat guano within for those fireballs. She has a wand, and she has 2 potions. The flasks look like the one that she pulled out and deposited into her lips after the first flurry of blows from Gregory. Not technically a flurry of blows, but a couple of blows. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I bet she. Never mind.
Ah,
So, is there still one potion left, or are both potions gone?
2 potions that are
2 potions
left. One empty
and the
flask. That's
wand.
yeah. So 2 potions, a wand, a book, spell components pouch, robes. That's it. Oh, and she also has a tiara.
Take that too.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that too.
Cool.
I'll give a fuck.
Just kind of like a brief appraisal. You assume it's worth some money based on the stones that are set in it and the fact that it's made out of silver.
Yeah. Still gotta find some children's. All right. What about this body here? Is it child size or like man size?
Are the robes
Well,
worth any?
They look like they're fancy, very fancy robes. They might be. Andaman's standing over the bodies, and he says, "These aren't the children. These are some festival goers. Looks like they were lured here on false pretenses, perhaps to shackle her," he says as he looks to the girl. Out of character, nobility would know this, and Timothy, you probably haven't gotten an update on it. But the shackling is a festival where they kind of honor this old tradition where the Lord of Laviston, the town that you're in, which has been renamed to Hilton, what he did was he was hunting out in the woods. He saw a bear. He fired an arrow into the bear. When it hit, the bear turned into a woman because the iron of the arrowhead caused her to shift back. She's a druid. And he realized that she's beautiful and the love of his life, so he went and he pulled the arrow out of her. But when he did, she turned back into a bear. He's like, "Oh fuck!" And he put the arrow back in because you would, right? He took her back to town. He's like, "I've got to heal this girl. She's the most beautiful thing ever. I need her to be my love, my life." And the medicine people were like, "We can't do anything. If we remove the arrow, she'll turn back into her primal form." And so he came up with this idea to take an iron binding and bound it around her neck and shackle her, and then remove the arrow and heal her. And when he did, she said, "You've tamed my primal heart. You've made it so that I can live with you. You have removed me from my primal curse. I will be with you to the end of my days." So a romantic story, great. Now the festival, what they do is they take iron shackles, the guys, and then they hand them to whoever they may want to lay with, whatever their prerogative really. And if they're accepted, then they shackle their desired, and they copulate on the night of the 15th of Adar to kind of celebrate that tradition. And they drink a lot, and just fraternize, fornicate, good times, really.
Is this like a coffin thing here?
It does appear to be a coffin. Sarcophagus, yeah.
Can I open it? I want to open it.
Sure, yeah. You slide it open, and inside it looks like there's a bedroll, and it's kind of like a fluffy cushion or bed. It seems that the woman that you murdered might have slept here.
Rummage through it. I don't find anything else.
Nothing of import, no.
Okay.
But as you kind of do so, there's this very weird, sweet smell coming from the brazier, and the purple smoke has kind of faded away.
Well, I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna throw that box of incense in there.
You're gonna throw the whole box of incense in there?
Fuck, why not?
Oh, God.
Fred doesn't know any better.
Okay. You hear this very strange quaking, and then nothing happens. Yep.
Why?
If you have Arcana, you can make an Arcana check.
Take it, no Arcana.
No Arcana.
Oh shit, I do.
Roll it.
Roll it, son.
Yeah, I do. Fuck yeah, I do.
Okay, good enough. It seems that the incense falling into it was some sort of trigger, but because there might have been multiple triggers happening simultaneously, it didn't do anything. So effectively, if there was something to it, trying to do all of it at once did nothing. Out of character, you fucked up.
Awesome.
Yeah, Drunk doesn't know any different. He doesn't care.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were the two perfect characters to fuck up.
Andovan says, they must not be here. Perhaps very strange, someone abducting children, but not able to, someone abducting people and killing them. Maybe he sent the children on their way. It looks like there's drag marks heading up the stairs. Perhaps he was giving them to the goblins? I know not. Who took her book?
I did.
Okay.
Is there anything in the book?
As you're kind of putting it away, a note falls out and hits the ground.
Am I conscious and able to move?
Not at all. Neither is Gregory. Sorry. They're having fun while you're laying there.
Okay, as long as I'm not bleeding out, I'm fine with that. I'll take a nap.
Oh,
Completely
I have,
stable.
I have no like healing ability whatsoever.
I kept you alive. I'm not getting you back up.
Can't be asked. Can't be asked.
Gotta love chaotic neutral.
Yep.
Yep.
I just do whatevs.
I don't give a fuck.
Good times. Nothing else?
I guess
The note?
this guy seems adamant about following the drag marks. Like, whatever, I'll indulge him.
What about the note? You're gonna pick the note up? If not,
Oh, yeah, I mean, I guess I'll pick up the note. I'm sorry.
The note says, Melian, please have the children prepared for me for the day of the shackling. I need them for the ritual. Signed, the Flesh Thief.
this fucker. This
All right. That's wildly unfortunate.
hand it to the dude.
Yeah, I'll give it to the fucking priest. I'm sure he cares about it more than I do. Yeah.
Bear with me here for a second.
Oh yeah. I'm just making sure you heard me.
No, I just had a thought. I have to do something real quick. Drung, you have how many hit points remaining?
25.
So all right, both of you fall asleep.
God damn it.
All right. And the last thing that you see, it looked like Andovan was following the tracks up the steps.
No, it's not.
Did he put us to sleep?
Didn't look like he was casting any spells or anything.
Awesome.
When you come to, you all basically kind of awake. Well, you awake a minute later. They awake an hour later. But a minute later, you awaken. The back wall behind the brazier appears to be open. There appears to be a strange glyph that looks like it's kind of pulsing with light, but it's kind of fading light, not like growing light. It would appear that Andovin's body is laying at the base of the steps. Looks like a hole was blasted straight through him.
So we're awake, all of us, or just me and
You and homeboy.
you said Andovin's down here?
Where the
No, he's at the base of the steps. The way it looked like he was exiting out, and something happened that put a hole through his chest.
Drunk, confused. And I'm gonna head down this way. And
Okay, make a survival check for me.
where the hell?
I'm gonna follow him,
Sure.
As soon as I find
but
it.
I would like to do this.
Yeah, that's fine. Drunk, you kind of get this very strange sensation and start having a CSI moment of your own. It looks like there were two people inside that magic circle, two small people inside of that magic circle, and whatever or whoever came in on the night of the 14th of Adar and caught you off guard with a sleep spell seems to have entered into this place and taken the two children out. And that, my friends, is where we'll end for the evening. Experience for the Enchantress. She is worth a shit ton.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I smoked her.
She literally, if I had cast spells preemptively, instead of, I'd let you talk while she kind of slipped spells on, which is what I should have done and didn't do, she could have been really hard to kill. Stone skin plus mage armor plus haste.
Which would have put her AC at what?
17?
Yeah, dead.
But she would have been at 17, taking half damage from all your attacks.
Okay. I would have just had to swing a couple more times.
Twice as many times.
And I wasn't adding the extra 2 damage from my rage, which I keep forgetting to do.
500 experience.
Holy shit.
Yeah, she's worth 1,800, and then the 200 for the quest completion. 2,000 divided by... Wait, did I math wrong? Let me math again. Yeah, 500. 500. Nailed it. 500 times 4 is 2,000. That's right.
And we got 120 from the goblin encounter.
What you would notice too when you're brought back, it looks like he took away her spell book and her robes. You still have her wand and her spell components pouch, but it looks like her wand and her robes were taken. I'm sorry, her robes and her spell book were taken. The note included.
No worries.
Okay. Any questions? You guys go back to town in the night. Do what you will. Feel free to post in the chat or in the forum if you have any cool ideas. But yeah, you're getting back really late. Not past midnight, but pretty late, like 11ish maybe.
Level up.
Stopping the stream. Yeah, if you level up, if you take a long rest. So if your character's plan is to continue adventuring and doing shit, don't level up. But it sounds like it's late. I've had a lot of fun. I'm gonna go ahead and take a nap.
Yeah, Drung's got 2 levels of exhaustion he's got to get rid of.
Killing the stream.